Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Sapna and welcome to another episode which is related to quarantine. And today I have Arav with me, my son. And guys, today's video is dedicated to children and I'm going to discuss with you guys some very basic tips and ways of how you can keep your children busy during quarantine. Why am I doing this video is for a very simple reason, guys, that children, especially of Arav's age, younger to him, even a little older to him, are very sensitive, as we all know. And this time that we all are facing is very unprecedented. Even as adults, we could not digest it, that what's happening in the world is so unprecedented, unheard of, unexpected, and how to deal with it, it's itself a big challenge. So as adults we are facing this challenge, and just think how are these little kids handling it all. But there are certain ways and means that you can enable your kids and you as a parent to deal with the situation and ensure that they stay happy, they stay healthy, and they stay mentally satisfied and content. So guys, Arav is here with us. We are going to share and show you guys what we do. So Arav, what do you think about this entire quarantine, the lockdown that has happened? What do you think about it?
It's in a way good for us
It's in a bit good for us. Why so?
because we're spending time with our family.
Okay, yeah, we are spending time with our family, which is what we don't really get in our busy lives. And
Otherwise, we are safe inside our home because if we step outside and then there are like germs etc. outside.
okay, so basically Arav is trying to say that this lockdown was required so that we all stay home and we stay healthy and not catch the infection. But what if this entire thing had not happened? Our our lives were normal. You were going to school, meeting your friends. Was that not the best thing to do?
Yes,
Yeah. So are you like really getting bored and stressed because of the situation?
not that much because now half the day spent in my online classes.
Online classes, yes.
Rest you'll see in the video.
Okay, so as Arav is saying, he's not feeling that bored and stressed out because half of the time, thankfully, online classes have started. So half of the day goes there in studying, some time in doing homework, and then we do certain things as a routine that I'm going to share with you guys. So my very first tip, how to keep your children busy and happy during quarantine, is to engage themselves in some domestic activities. When I say domestic activities or tasks, I mean to say enable them to help you out in your domestic activities or chores, because in a lot of homes maids are not coming. We have to do everything on our own. So what I do with Arav is I actually allocated him a few tasks which he is doing every single day diligently. So Arav ka kaam hai, he fills the water bottles and he waters the plants. These are two basic things he does every day. Apart from that, he helps me in a lot of other things. So I'll show you guys what we do is we fill the water bottles from our RO, the water machine. But what I don't like about RO is that there's a lot of water that goes wasted. So this is like one full bucket of water that goes wasted by just filling 7 to 8 bottles. So what we decided to do is that we will be recycling this water, reusing this water, and we use the same water to water our plants in the balconies. And this is something which Arav has also picked up, and he's also very conscious about the environment. And I'm very happy that we are not just doing some domestic tasks and activities, but we're also learning something out of it, and we're also learning and trying to preserve our resources and reuse them in the best possible way. So the first tip is engage them in domestic activities. Trust me, kids enjoy doing domestic activities. They love to do it. You have to incentivize them, you have to appreciate them, you have to tell them that they're doing great. My second tip is to engage them in kitchen. So when I say engaging them in kitchen, how is it different from domestic other activities? Is that cooking is something which really bonds you and brings you together. But he helps me in just supervising while I'm away, or clipping the vegetables carefully. And we talk about the names of fruits and vegetables, spices, herbs, name of the recipes. He tells me
We are making noodles, so for that I'm just stirring the vegetables.
so you can use the word saute.
Saute.
You are stirring, which is right. You are
Yes.
just, mixing it all together. But we stir liquids. These are not liquids. So we do saute.
Saute.
Okay, so we do
Will
use
take
the
me
word
about
saute.
2
He tells me what he wants to eat, and I cook it for him. And I tell him to come and stand and see what I'm cooking and how I'm cooking. So, what is your favorite dish and how it is basically made? So he really enjoys watching the process. Not every time, but yeah, sometimes he does, and he really enjoys. And I think the best way to give him incentive is I cook what he wants to eat. So if he helps me in certain tasks, I tell him, okay, you help me doing this, I will cook your favorite meal. Hi guys. Okay, so I made this Chinese for dinner. This is veg Hakka noodles, and for the very first time I tried making chicken Szechuan. Now it's not red in color because I did not add food color, so it's just a regular brown, but it turned out to be so tasty. I will surely share this recipe with you guys soon because it was my first time. I was not sure, but yeah, this is dinner tonight and we are super excited.
Oh, in cooking, I also do one more thing: taking stuff out of where it's kept.
Yes, absolutely. So
and,
he
and
helps me.
stirring the stuff.
Yeah, the stirring and sauteing, mixing, and he helps me keep out, take out the stuff from the fridge and hands over stuff to me. So that's a big help. And he's busy, he's engaging himself, and he's learning something. And at least for that time, he's away from devices like laptops and tabs and TVs. My third tip, guys, is watch something constructive and meaningful on TV. We all have Netflix and Hotstar and Amazon these days in our TVs. Even if you don't have these subscription plans, there's a lot of stuff there on television. So make sure that you spend time, sit with them and watch something. Like just day before yesterday, we were watching this movie called I Am Kalam. It was a very sweet movie. We have these separate section for kids, and they have different cartoons and movies and shows which are appropriate for kids, which you can all sit together as a family and watch, and they're worth a watch, they're worth a learning. So yeah, we do that. So make sure that you shortlist your shows and movies and sit together as a family and watch and learn something out of it. So that was my tip number 3: watch some meaningful television.
And in television topic, when nobody's there to watch, you can watch stuff about like the world, like history of football or stuff,
even YouTube,
things.
lot of good stuff on YouTube. He watch a lot of football related videos on YouTube. There is one channel which he watches all the time, The Bright Side. I also find it very informative, very interesting. So Bright Side is a great channel on YouTube, and kids can learn so much. There are quizzes, there are puzzles, there are so many informative things on Bright Side. So you can tell your kids to watch Bright Side, and there's so many other things. Now moving on to tip number 4, which is books. Now if you like books, if your children like books, go for it. I mean, trust me guys, I know we all, not we all, but a lot of us run away from books. We're not very fond of books, but there's a way to do it. Like, instead of forcing books on them, sit with them for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, read out to them or tell them to read it out to you, and narrate the whole scene, the picture, the story, and make it like dramatic and like a story. Kids really enjoy books. We have read so many books together, though there are phases that there's a lag when we don't get time during normal school days, and I'm also busy, so we're not able to read every single day, but we ensure that we are in touch with the books. So these days we are reading a very interesting book on a grandfather and his grandson's relation. Grandpa's Great Adventures, that's the name of the book. So we're reading that, and Arav loves to read autobiographies. He has read Sachin Tendulkar's autobiography. He has been reading Dhoni's autobiography as well. And then I can also suggest you one or two other very good authors. One is Enid Blyton, the all-time favorite. One is Roald Dahl. That's a great author for children's books, then you also went to meet somebody,
Ruskin Bond.
Ruskin Bond, and so
J.K. Rowling.
J.K. Rowling. There are so many great authors out there, so you can get these books. Otherwise, you can even read them online. Books are available online, the ebooks, and read it with them. And children really enjoy when you read to them and you narrate the stories. They develop an interest in the books, and that's how they can even build the vocabulary and so many other things. So that was my tip number 4. Now coming on to my tip number 5. Give them a lot of love and appreciation, and don't put any pressure on them. That's, I think, the most important tip, guys. Anytime, whether it's this current phase that we are going through or even otherwise, kids need a lot of love. They need a lot of appreciation. Whatever they do, give them appreciation through words, through hugs, through kisses, or even through incentives. So we have an incentive scheme going on. Like I give him some pocket money, or even if he helps me like shooting my videos or do anything in the house, I give him 100 rupees or sometimes 500 rupees as an incentive and as an appreciation that, okay, you did it for me, you take this money, but you save it, collect it. Once you have collected enough money, we can buy a gift or something like that. And so this is how he's also learning to save money and earn it for himself rather than just instantly me gratifying him. So incentivize them, give them lots of love, appreciate them, don't put pressure on them. You don't have to pressurize them to keep studying all the time. Take it easy, guys. Things will get back to normal. Kids will learn everything. They're smart, and it's just don't put pressure on them. Try and understand that they're already going through something very perplex. We never saw this, they never saw this, and they're too young to understand. So just take it easy, take it in your stride, and just, give them lots of love.
I have 2 points for myself. Firstly, though, you don't have to be like this. Go study, go study, go study.
Absolutely. Do mama say that?
No.
Not all the time, but sometimes. Do your homework at least.
And the second point is you should at least allow like an hour of game time minimum.
Yeah, some digital time is always okay, but it has to be in limit. If you overdo it, it is not good for your eyesight, it's not good for your health, it's not good for your focus. So with these simple tips, I'm sure you can have a healthy bond and we can easily sail through these tough times. And do remember that these tips need to be followed every phase of your life with your children, and they're really going to go a long way in bringing them into a more holistic personality. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video of ours. You have anything else to say?
You should only watch stuff you have interest in. If you're getting bored, you can try doing something
Of course, don't go for things which you're not interested in. No pressures. So okay guys, we will see you very soon with my next video. My next video will come up on Thursday, which is my uploading day, and I also try and upload videos every weekends, if not every weekends, but mostly weekends. So I'll see you guys very soon with my next video. Till then, take care, stay home, stay safe. Don't forget to show this video a big thumbs up, leave your comments, share this video, and do subscribe to our channel. Bye bye.
And don't step out of house unless it's required.
Absolutely. Bye.